Hey guys, so in this video we're going to improve the product page for one of the brands that are selling the second-hand luxury goods, and this is going to be super useful video for all of you guys who want to increase the trustworthiness of your brand. So when your visitors land on your product page, how do you increase the trust they have in you? So increased trust equals higher conversion rate, and these things that we have applied here are based on the best practice for e-commerce, especially for brands like this one. So without further ado, let's get straight to the thing. So the brand is Amused Co. This is the product page improvement. They're selling the second-hand luxury goods, and the persona, the problem that they have when they land on their product page is they lack trust. They worry if the item that they are selling as a second-hand item is fake. They worry that they will get scammed because there are Shopify stores that are scamming their customers with these things. And these guys are selling generally in the Asia where this can be a concern. So the main goal of improving their product page is to increase the trust that visitors get when they land on the product page. So they ultimately buy the product and we increase the conversion rate. So let's get to it. So the first thing that we have done here, this is the before, this is the after. This is not related to the trust, but it helps the conversion rate. Is that you can see we squeezed down the header part of the product page. By doing that, you essentially pull up your more important buttons like add to cart button and all that stuff, and you organize your real estate better. You don't need this much white space here, and by doing this, by squeezing it down, we improve the customer experience. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we have added the chevrons. Again, this is not related to the trust word, but helps with easier navigation. The next thing we have added that is related to the trustworthiness is you can see on their previous product page, they had some social proof, but they don't have the exact numbers. It's only 5 stars that's on the product page, which is definitely not enough. When you put 5 stars with the text and with the numbers specifically, you're being specific. It means that you know your numbers and you appear just more credible to your audience. And that way, just by doing this, it will help them with the conversion rate as it shows the number of happy customers. So this is super important. The next thing that we have added here, the visitors have the concern that if the items are fake, they didn't have anything above default regarding that. What we have added here is the manually authenticated badge, and it also have the see how button. I will show you a bit later what this does, but for now we have added this thing above default. So because many people don't even scroll past above default and they don't see all the other information that are below default, so for that reason you want to put your most important information above default. So we have applied that will also help with increasing conversion rate. So the next thing that we have added is we have added scarcity because they're selling only one item of each product, so you should definitely use scarcity when it's real. And this is the example when the scarcity is real. You don't want to fake it, because if you fake it, you're just going to hurt your brand. So we have added this thing, only one item available, that adds a scarcity and helps with the conversion rate. So that's it. The next thing we have done here is that we have pulled up the add to cart now button. As you can see, when you take a look at above default, you can see how on the new version add to cart button is more up, and this statistically helps with the conversion rate, because if you have your most important button visible as soon as they land on your product page, you're going to increase your conversion rate because it's easier to place the order. So yeah, the next thing we have added here is the trust badges. They didn't have it. Trust badges works very well in increasing conversion rate because your customer now associate your brands with all these trustworthy companies like Visa, MasterCard and all that stuff. So by just having that thing, you increase your trustworthiness and conversion rate. So highly recommended to have it. The next thing we have added here is the value propositions. They didn't have none, so their customers would have to scroll all the way down to see a bit about the shipping, returns and all that stuff. We have added this just below the add to cart button. When they see the add to cart button, they see all these things below it. This is called CTA Anchoring. You want to empower your add to cart button because it's the most important button. When they see add to cart, they see brands that they already trust. They see the badges that shows your offer. They see the social proof, which we have also added here. So all these things are just helping with the conversion rate, and that's called the CTA Anchoring, and that way you empower your add to cart button. You can see on the previous page, it's just the add to cart button. It's mispositioned. It's more on the left side, and that's it. There's nothing here that brings the trustworthiness to their brand except this 100 no risk money back guarantee, but that's just not enough. You have to have all these things if you want to increase your trust. The next thing we have added is that they had some video here, which is really good, but not all people want to watch the video. So what we have added is a section where they will have the text and the video. So some people like to consume your information in the text form. Some people like to consume it in the video form. So we have to have both of these things to optimize the experience for both type of people. So that's what we have added here. And in my opinion, our new version just like looks more bold, more trustworthiness. That black background is just standing out and it brings more credibility with that icon than it was the case with the previous version. So yeah, next thing we have added is again social proof. You want to add as many as possible social proof to you, especially if your customers are on the fence to buy. It's also there. So yeah, then we have added the frequently asked questions. Super important thing, especially for brands like this, because your customers already have set of questions when they arrive on your product page. And if you manage to answer all these questions, you will increase your conversion rate because your product page will bring more clarity to your customer's mind. You will increase the trustworthiness because you already know what questions they have. And you will also reduce the customer support because people will not reach out to you, hey, when do you ship it? How long it takes to receive my order? And all these questions that are repeatedly asked. So yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. These are very important things if you want to increase the trustworthiness of your brand and therefore increase the conversion rate. So yeah, and if you want us to increase your revenue without decreasing your profit margin, reach out to me in the link below and schedule a free discovery call to get you started with our process. So that's it for this one. See you in the next one.